So right now we're in Puerto Plata, which is a mid-sized to small city in the north part of the Dominican Republic, and it's a beautiful place. We're renting out a little apartment here. We're just starting off this journey of ours to a journey of creation, a creation of life that we decide to have. And that's basically what this vlog is going to be about. A vlog about creation, a vlog about hope, a vlog about desire, travel, music, dance, everyday life, food, about being a parent, about being a father, about being conscious and driven by the thoughts that I have, and not necessarily by the surrounding and the ambiance around me. Though that's not to say that we don't enjoy life. I like to call myself conscious, but at the same time, I deeply value the idea of simplicity. The idea of life is always happiest, most joyful when you are living a life that is simple. You're taking away all the distractions, taking away all the problems that complicate life, right? And you're just going with what makes you feel good. And a lot of people often confuse feeling good or doing things that make you feel good for doing things that ultimately are destructive to our bodies or destructive to our life, and they lack the long-term awareness of those actions or activities. And so, yeah, that's sort of my philosophy right there. The idea that simplicity is key to being happy. So, for those who don't know, which is probably all of y'all, or most of y'all, except for my mom out there, my name's Alex, but everyone calls me Coco. And yeah, I'm a father. I'm, Native American. I am someone who seeks pleasure in meeting people and in nature. I love the idea that humans are a social being, social animal, and that we thrive when we have a sense of community. We thrive when we feel like we're valued by others, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful part of the human experience, and a part of the human experience that I feel is not often talked about or achieved in our modern society, where we're given the interesting dilemma that we have capability to be able to connect with people better than any time ever in human history, at least that we know of. But I feel like because of that, now people are becoming more keen and aware of how lonely they are. And because of that, we're starting to see dramatic implications of that loneliness. People who feel the need to do unspeakable things simply because they just didn't feel that connection, and they wanted to cause harm, or they wanted to seek that hurt in other people, right? But that's just going on, right? I'm going off on many different ideas and topics, but these are just the thoughts that are in my head right now as I speak. But for those who wish to follow us, our channel is about providing a splash of joy and hoping that with the content that we can create for you, we can share a little bit of that joy and show the possibilities that can exist in this world. I'm not here to show you glitz and glamour and luxury and stuff like that. Right now, we're not living that, Right now, I feel like I'm living a luxurious life. But I live 4 days out of the week, 5 days out of the week without water, right? Without running water. So what is that, right? And we can talk about that in another video, and some of the other limitations in life that we're living with and going through. But it's really an interesting situation that we're in. And yeah, I would be more than happy to explore those ideas and to share how it's possible to go from where you're living today, which I don't know anything about, and to connecting and possibly providing information and knowledge that can help you transition from a life where you feel inadequate or a life where you feel disconnected to a life where you are connected and you feel this sense of joy with everything you're doing. And it's a beautiful thing, right? I can tell you right now that my life hasn't always been this easy, right? In fact, I don't even know if I would call it easy today. I just feel like it's easy because I am happy, right? But there were times where I felt disconnected and I felt lonely and I felt like, you know, doing unspeakable things, such as, you know, for an example, that's, you know, a very difficult topic to talk about, you know, the idea of taking out my own life or something like that, right? And it's even hard for me to even express out. But these are real life issues that a lot of people face, and I want to tell people that that's not your life. That is a moment in time. That is not you. You are not that person. That is just that moment in time, and it can easily be changed for so much better, right? All it takes is a little bit of persistence, a little bit of patience, and a whole lot of guts, right? Guts to be able to go out into the world, to be brave, and to just seek out what makes you happy, right? Or even potentially, and probably more common, to learn about what happiness really means to you. A lot of people, we understand that there's this emotion, this state of being called happiness and joy, but we don't exactly know what that really means in our own life, right? What would actually make us happy, right? Are we happy because we feel good, or are we happy because we're getting some sort of, some sort of pleasure from something at that moment, right? I don't necessarily equate a moment with a state of being, which I consider joy to be more of a state of being, and the pleasure that we feel in one moment to be something that is not connected with our state of being, right? We can be very happy and very feel the sense of pleasure in a very any specific time in our life, and still after that moment is gone, we go back into that state of loneliness, right? So there's a difference between feeling something in the moment and being something consistently, right? Yeah, so those are my thoughts for the moment, and yeah, let's explore all of these subjects and topics together. We haven't come up with a name for this vlog yet, but hey, who knows? Maybe in the future we'll have one, or maybe not. Who knows? Peace.